And welcome back to the WHHI Daily News. With us now is CarltonBDallas with the dawn of the Silicon Garden. Now, what does that mean?
Well, you know, we've been fortunate, Michelle and I, to be awarded ownership of the phrase, the Silicon Garden. Mm-hmm. And what we're trying to do, when people hear Silicon, the first thing they think
Valley.
of, Valley.
Right.
But that doesn't really sort of capture how many incoming companies and jobs that are technologically oriented are coming here.
Right.
And so we want people to know, we want our kids to know, you don't have to leave. You can get a CTE role, a trade, a certification, or a technology degree, or you can be trained under one of the state's apprenticeship models, and you can make tremendous money right here.
Right here. Now, you're officially retired, right?
Don't say that to my wife, all right? Because she will refute that. She said, no, he's not.
You're on the school board, and then you have your work with, you know, the Silicon Garden and work with different businesses in this area,
That's
right?
True. That's very true. And I enjoy it because having worked abroad, you develop relationships, and, you know, one of the things I keep saying is, I know I sometimes get accused of being sort of Pollyanna, not really, you know, seeing reality. But having lived outside of the U.S. and coming back, I'm like, what do I have to complain about in the U.S., right? And people outside want to get in here.
Right, and your vast experience in basically in the oil industry, right?
Yes.
And just business, it has really benefited the Lowcountry in so many ways. And of course, you're constantly giving back. But, you know, thank you for everything that you do for our community. And we're going to now kind of switch gears, Carl, and talk about Auto Genius. You said you were at a meeting with folks, and you were talking about giving back and with different companies.
Talking about giving back, talking about how to help people who have really good ideas understand where to get support, programmatic support, where to get funding, how to help identify their market, the size of the market before they start a business. And then one of the participants was a gentleman there who he said he owned a car dealership. And I'm like, okay, which one? And he said, Auto Genius. I'm like, where is that? It's in Beaufort, 130 Robert Smalls Parkway.
Okay.
And they have such a unique positioning. They really are focusing on having high quality automobiles that they sell. And they have such a premium on service. So if you want a car and they don't have it, they will go online with you, sit down with you, help search for it, and if they can get it, they'll ship it to their dealership, and you just have to go there to pick it up. They take all that load off of you.
So they're a great company, great business, but also great at giving back to the community. Why? Why did they do that?
Mr. Joe Scott, one of the partners, when I first started talking to him, he was so passionate, and he had a phrase. He said, everything I've accomplished comes from giving back. And he started talking about how he supports various churches. He supports 2 of the Beaufort County School District schools, Whale Branch and Battery Creek High School. He supports programs that help, you know, families stay together, help treat kids to be very, you know, positive about reading and those types of things. It's amazing. I mean, he was ready to carry and preach his own sermon, actually.
Now, did you meet him in this meeting? Was that part of the school district, or was that part of your work with the Silicon Garden?
That was part of my work with the Silicon Garden.
Okay, very good.
But the school district links in because Superintendent Rodriguez and the rest of the team there are doing such a good job of preparing more and more students to fill these technology jobs, which syncs with the Silicon Garden.
Very good. And so the message here is have a good business model, but also, you know, your success. I've always said the Winston Churchill quote, you make a life by what you get, you make a living by what you give.
That is very apropos. That's very apropos. And Mr. Scott, he absolutely symbolize that.
You're very good.
And it's good to hear that. And the amount of service that they give there as an auto dealership was really profound.
Well, a nice tribute to his business and to Joe Scott in Beaufort. So thank you so much, Carlton, for your business. segment today on the WHHI Daily News.
Thank you, Robyn.
And we'll be right back with more news. Don't go away.